Hello everyone, welcome to this November edition of This Month in Flag News. I'm Vexillographer, and before we go right into our usual fun and silliness over some of the flag stories that happened over the past month, let's have a serious moment first, real quick. Whitney Smith, the father of modern-day vexillology, died this month at the age of 76. And it's kind of sad for me as a flag nerd to find out. I've heard about Whitney Smith since I was a member of NAVA, the North American Vexillological Association. There's my membership card. I was a member of that since I was a kid, and they would send me newsletters and books and stuff on flags, and I would keep hearing about this Whitney Smith guy, who was really amazing. The guy helped found NAVA, but he also helped found the International Federation of Vexillological Associations, or FIAV, the French acronym, which is basically the flag organization of the world. He helped found the Flag Research Institute. He helped found the Flag Bulletin, which was a bunch of scholarly journals on vexillology. His passion for flags was amazing, and he shared it with the world. So we have him to thank for a lot of the stuff that we enjoy about flags today. We have him to thank for the flag of Guyana. He actually helped design that. The colors ended up being a little different from his original, but he actually did help design the flag of an entire country, which is really amazing. We have him to thank for a lot as flag nerds. He was basically the flag nerd of flag nerds. So thank you, Whitney Smith, and we get to enjoy a lot of the stuff that you started. We get to enjoy the historical research you've done. We just get to enjoy flags a little more thanks to the work you put into your passion. So thank you, Whitney Smith. I think our serious moment's over now. Let's have some fun. Let's go to the United States of America, where the city of Naperville, Illinois, there you go. Where the city of Naperville, Illinois completed their unofficial flag design contest for the city that was run by 6 students from Neuqua Valley High School. So what's the winning design? This. And I think it's quite nice. You've got just 2 colors with a lot of meaningful symbolism in it. That's pretty much all you need. You've got the tree emblem, which comes from the city's logo. You've got 2 white stripes that represent the 2 counties in the area. You've got 6 stars that represent the 6 townships of Naperville. And you've got a central blue stripe, which represents the DuPage River, which runs in the area. And you know, this is a pretty nice design. It's simple, it's meaningful, unlike all these ads on the Chicago Daily Herald's website. And it's way better than the city's current flag. What is the city's current flag, you ask? It's this boring thing. It's got a plain white background with the city's logo on it in the middle, with the city's name underneath the logo. I wonder where they could have gotten that idea. So, you know, if I were a member of the city council, I might suggest, hey, let's adopt the design that people are excited about, that people put thought into, and that looks nice, and that looks pretty, and represents our city fairly well. But according to this article in the Chicago Daily Herald, according to city spokesperson Linda LaCroche, it's not in the cards right now. Why? Well, her explanation appears to be this. The city's flag design is more prevalent than many might realize. Painted, posted, or printed on things such as water towers, municipal trucks, and documents with city letterhead. It would take money to change all those things, and LaCroche said the city doesn't plan to spend on such updates for now. So you don't want to replace your boring flag with a cool flag because it's already on water towers, municipal trucks, and document letterhead. Okay, let's break this down real quick. I looked up an image of the Naperville water tower. This is what it looks like. You know, it's got the boring logo and the boring font right next to it, but it's not exactly the flag design that's actually their flag. It does have the logo and the name, but in a different arrangement. That's not the flag, okay? So that's just the logo and the name, which works fine on a water tower, because water towers don't fly in the wind. You can actually read words on water towers. That's why towns and cities put their names on water towers, because you can read them. So you don't need to change that, okay? That's fine. You can keep the logo and the name on the water tower because people can read it, unlike a flag. And then municipal trucks, pretty much the same thing. People put their business names and stuff on trucks and their logos because people can see them when the trucks are parked, or if you're going about the same speed as the truck, you can actually read it. That makes sense. You don't need to change that either. And when it comes to document letterhead, it's a document with words on it meant for people to read. You don't need to change that either. That's fine. All we're asking is change the flag to something that works well as a flag. And the only cost it will be is whenever you buy your next flags. That's all. That's all. That's all. You don't need to repaint the water tower. You don't need to repaint your municipal trucks. And for document letterhead, you just go to Microsoft Word, find the template document that you're using for your document letterhead, and just replace it with the flag if you want. You don't even have to replace that, because it's a document with words on it that people are supposed to read. That's where text is supposed to go, not on flags that fly in the wind. But if you absolutely want to put your flag on the document letterhead, that's not hard to do. And all you need to do is ask someone in your office at City Hall who knows how to use Microsoft Word how to do it. And if you don't know how to use Microsoft Word to replace an image, here's a quick tutorial.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our Microsoft Office tutorial series. In this segment, I'm going to show you how to replace an image you don't want with an image you do want, all for no cost whatsoever. So all you need to do is click the picture you don't want, press the delete key on your keyboard, just like that. You'll notice that didn't cost me any money. Then you go up here to the Insert tab and click Picture. Click Choose File. I happen to like this one. It's much prettier. Go to Open, Insert, and there you go. For no cost whatsoever, it put the image into the document letterhead I was working on. So all I need to do is take the corner dots and adjust the size to my liking. I can even right click and add a border in a nice style if I want, if that's appropriate for my project. And there you go. That's all you need to do to replace an image you don't want with an image you do want in Microsoft Word. And notice that didn't cost me any money to do. So thank you for watching. Join us next time when we learn how to indent paragraphs. Yippee! And remember to leave a comment, subscribe, and punch the like button in the face like a boss. Thank you for watching. Bye.
So hopefully City Hall will come to their senses soon and adopt the cool flag instead of the boring one. Until then, the best way to convince City Hall is probably just for Napervillians, whatever you call them, to wave the flag themselves. Put them on display in your businesses and your homes, and just show it off so that every Napervillian, Napervillager, Naperson can enjoy it. That's probably the best way to get to City Hall. Let's move on to our next story. And our final story tonight comes from Ohio. However, most Ohioans were probably not too thrilled about it. It was mostly a happy story for Chicagoans, because their baseball team, the Chicago Cubs, won the World Series of Baseball for the first time in 100 years. Over 100 years, actually. Wow. So congratulations, Chicago, for that. The game was held in Cleveland. That's the Ohio flag. And why is this on Flag News? Because of this W flag. What is it, and why was it related to the World Series? Well, the Chicago Cubs have had a tradition since around the 1930s where when they win a game, when they win a baseball game, they fly this white flag with a W on it. And when they lose a game, they have a blue flag with an L on it for win and lose, W and L. So because they won the World Series, they get to wave their W flag all over the place for, you know, until baseball season starts again, I guess. So, if you were curious about what that W flag was doing all over your Facebook or Twitter feed like I was, that's why. It's been a thing since at least the 1930s. It used to be a blue W flag, actually, but it became a white W flag sometime in the 80s. So, that is what the W flag is all about. The Chicago Cubs won. That's basically it. So now that baseball season's over, they get to fly the W flag for quite a while because they won the World Series, you know, so-called because of all 2 countries in the world that participate. The whole world. Right. Anyway, this has been This Month in Flag News. Thank you for joining me. Good morning, good night. I'll wake up at twilight. Bye.